Hello everyone and welcome, it's Shanna. Now today I'm going to be using this little frame cutout piece and some of my Pink and Main stuff. I've not been using my Pink and Main very much from last month's kit, February, and I decided I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to work with it. I'm going to use the stamp set and I'm going to ink up all of these stamp sentiments that came in with it and get them die cut out, and we'll just get to working on using some of these materials. Now that little arch frame that I showed you, I had die cut that panel out to use, and I try when I do that to really line up the dies very well so that the remaining piece of it will be useful for something. And so with that particular die cut, like I said, I lined it up real well, and then I embossed it with a Simon Says crisscross floral motif embossing folder, and I thought it was really pretty, and I did that several days ago. Just ran it through the embossing machine with the embossing folder, and then I also put foam tape on the back of it, and so I knew I was going to use it for a shaker. So I'm just showing you me stamping this out real quick, and I did several colors. I did blue and pink, and I did a embossed shimmery hot pink, and I think I did some green and some light pink. So here you can see all the die cutting I did with the different inks, and then I've got these shaker bits here, and I've got this blue paper with a floral design on it. I think it's real pretty, and I'm going to bring in a mini slimline full front shaker cover. But right now I'm going to cut this up to go behind my little shaker panel there. And I've cut it up, and I'm just eyeballing it and trying to decide what size I want. And I'm going to cut it down a little bit more because of my mini slimline shaker piece. I need it smaller so that it'll fit in, and I'm going to measure it again, and I think I even cut it again because it's still too wide. And I'm just showing you my whole process. Probably should have edited that out, but I was just making sure it was going to fit underneath that panel, and so I'm just going to cut that down. I'm measuring it just so that I don't have to cut it again. And then we'll measure that direction, and it's actually taller than what I need for my panel, because it is a slim line, which those are typically longer. And I'm just going to go ahead and undo take the backing strip off of the bottom and the sides, and then I'm going to have to do some trimming to cut this down to what I need for an A2 size card panel. And I'm actually using my Cricut weeding tool for that. I just grabbed the first thing I saw, and that's what I saw. I've been doing some ironing on and quite a bit of weeding with that tool, and that's why it was laying out. So I'm just trimming this down. I'm just trimming those edges down, and I'm not even going to bother trimming the top off. I'm going to leave that on there so that I can use it to tape down. And so I've got this, it says remove. There's a protective sheet on there, and I'm just going to remove it off. That little sticker says remove, and the sheet goes across the sides as well, so I'll have to just pull it off the sides. I'm just getting a good press with my bone folder, and I'm going to actually score, which I'm doing it off camera, sorry about that. I'm going to score that panel so that it'll bend there, and that's what I did. Just took it to my score buddy and scored it so that I could flip it down and just tape it to fit the size of my panel. And I'm just going to put these Pink and Main shaker bits that came in the Crafty Courtyard kit for February, and I'm going to add an extra little tape because this is going to, the piece of tape that's on there will go further down on my card, but I wanted to just have a good layer. And so now I've just got a full little shaker thing there, and I'm going to lay it on the inside of this remnant that I had, and I'm just fooling around with it. Seeing I had a couple sequins laying on my glass mat, and I thought, are they falling out? So I was double checking it, but I think it was just from the assembly. So I'm just trying to see how this is going to fit in here, and I decide that I'm going to bring in some more foam and just kind of fill in some of those spots so they don't sag or get bent down. So I'm just going to add a little bit more foam tape there. And then we'll get this laid down on our little shaker panel. Still using my Cricut tool. And that foam tape is sticky. If you touch it, it is stuck to your fingers. But got my tool stuck to it there too. I was just playing around with this and didn't really have anything in mind, and I thought I'm just going to use this and use my Pink and Main, get it out, and I think it looks nice. It's simple, it's clean, because we've got a lot of white, and I'm just putting glue on the back of that panel, and I'm going to get it lined up on there. And I think I've got a little edge. I'm just trimming off on the guillotine that was sticking out there. And I've got it laid down on there nicely. And it is pretty plain. I'm going to bring in a sentiment. I've got this Happy Spring. I just think it looks like spring. So, and I'm just using my tape runner, and I'm going to get it stuck down on there. And then I'll kind of poke the tape in that's kind of hanging over so that I can get it laid down on my card panel. I'm just going to lay that on there, and I think it looks really pretty. Very, very simple, very, very clean. Now I've got these enamel dots from Pink and Main that came with the kit, and of course it matches all the pattern paper that is in the kit, so I'm just going to choose some of those that look good with the background paper that I've got and the shaker bits. I think I put blue and I don't know, green on here, and just I'm just kind of hitting the center that has like a little circular area, and I'm just laying it down on those and just filling in. I keep looking because I'm not sure, do I want more? Is that enough? And so I'm just going to keep adding and just filling them in. And I think that adds a little pop of color on that white, and it's not quite so plain. Super cute, super fun, easy, and I love it when I can use just junk that's laying around my craft room, and that was just a panel that had already been used, and I'm going to lay a little embellishment there on the eye in my spring. And that'll pretty much finish that card up. So I hope you like it. I appreciate you watching, and have a great day. Take care now. Bye-bye.